Hello everyone, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. And today our topic is network address translation by dynamic network address translation. So in dynamic network address translation, basically we mapped a group of IP address, like we create a pool of IP address, and that will be mapped with what? An access list one that has an information of 192.168.10 network, in which 254 IP address will be there. Okay. So in dynamic net, what we do, we map the number of IP address with number of IP address. We call this many to many mapping. Access list one will be mapped with what? Net pool CCNA in this case. Okay. Basically, you already know that what is network address translation. In network address translation, the public IP will be converted to private IP, and the private IP will be converted to what? Public IP. Okay, this translation will be done by the help of what? Network address translation. We already have discussed about the static net in our previous video. Now we are discussing about the dynamic net. So the question is that how we can do that. First of all, you have to create a pool by putting command ipnet pool, the name of pool, then the command, then introduce the network and net mask for the same. Okay. Then create an access list and permit the network, then map the access list with what? The pool of IP address. Okay, let's do this practically. Okay, we already have a network like this, in which we already have mentioned that which one is inside pool and which one is outside pool. This one is inside pool and that one is outside pool. Okay, now we will create a group of IP address that is called pool of IP. What is that pool? In that pool, we have number of IP address like 200.0.0.11, 200.0.0.12, and so on. Okay. And last IP address is 200.0.0.20. The name of this pool is what? CCNA. Okay. That we are going to what? Mapped with what? Access list. So we will also create an access list on what? This router. So access list one will be created. Okay. So let's do the configuration about that. Okay. First of all, we will create IP pool. How we can do that? IP net pool CCNA. Now you have to define what starting IP address. What is the starting IP address? That is 200.0.0.11. Okay. Then ending IP address, the IP address end with what? 200.0.0.20. Okay. This is the range of what? Public IP address. That will be mapped with what? The access list. Okay. Then you have to define the net mask. Subnet mask is what? 255.255.255.0, because this is the what? Class C IP address. So you have to provide the subnet mask in what? Subnet mask. Okay. That's it. So we have just created a pool of IP address. Now we have to create uh, an access list on which? On this router that will access what? These number of IP addresses. How we can do that? Access list one, access list one permit which network? 192, access list 1 permit 192.168.10.0. The subnet mask for this access list is 0.0.0.255. Okay. So we have just created access list and the pool of IP address. Now we have these IP address in access list and the pool of IP address available here. Now what we have to do? We have to map with access list with what? The pool of IP address. How we can do that? IP net inside source list 1. IP net inside source list 1. List 1 is the access list that we have created. Then you have to map with what? Pool CCNA. That's it. We have created a pool CCNA. Now the network address translation has been done. For what? Dynamic net. To check, I will put a command show IP net translation. So it show IP NAT statistics, because dynamic NAT cannot be shown here. Shown in what? Statistics. So in dynamic NAT, you can see a pool of IP address is mapped with what? Access list. Inside source, we have access list 1, and in the outside, we have what? The pool of IP address. Now we are going to ping the router. Ping what? Let's ping the available loopback IP addresses. So we will go to PC1, go to desktop, put a command, ping, okay, 9.9.9.9. That's it. Okay. So in our packet will be generated, our packet will be forwarded to fetch what? The MAC address. Now the ICMP signal will be generated. This ICMP packet has a source of what? In inbound PDU, we have source IP address what? 192.168.10.2, and destination IP address 9.9.9.9. What we have source? Source is 192.168.10.2, destination 9.9.9.9. When the packet will be forwarded to what? The router, the source will be interchanged. What will be the chain? The source will be interchanged. Okay. But as we know that the first packet always drops, so let's wait for other packet to be forwarded. So this is another packet will be forwarded. Now let's talk about this one. So if I talk about source, source is what? 192.168.10.2, because the packet is coming from where? From this PC. So the packet is coming from this PC. What is the source? 192.168.10.2. But when the packet will be reached to what? When the packet will be reached to this router, what will happen? It will automatically take this IP address as the source IP address and will forward this packet. Okay. So the source is what? 192.168.10.2. But when the packet will be forwarded to the when the packet will be forwarded, it will automatically change the source to 192.168. Oh, sorry, 200.0.0.11. The source will be automatically taken from this list. Okay. And the data will be forwarded now. Okay. Let's ping one more PC, one more IP address by this. Okay. How we can do that? Let's ping another loopback address. So put a command ping 8.8.8.8. You can see an ICMP packet will be generated. That will be forwarded toward the switch. Then it will get back with the MAC address. Now the ICMP packet will be generated. That will be forwarded toward switch. Okay. In this you can see the source is what? 192.168.10.3. But when the packet will be forwarded now, the translation will be done. The source will be converted to what? 200.0.0.12. What was the source? 192.168.10.3. When this packet will be forwarded to the switch, it will automatically give an IP address from what? Pool of IP address. Let us assume this one 200.0.0.12. So this IP address will be automatically be added in the header of the in the layer 3 header, and the IP address will be automatically changed. So the source IP address was 192.168.10.3, but it will become 200.0.0.12. So this is how the dynamic network address translation works. Okay. And you can see that the communication is successful. I hope you understand that, and have a nice day, everyone. Please subscribe the channel.